We'll celebrate over a cup of blood. Those were the last words I heard my twin sister say before all the disappearances. But due to the fact that I'm getting ahead of myself, I suppose I must start from the beginning of that day. It was a fairly special day, graduation day. My sister and I, her name was Ashley and mine Snow, were identical twins. Blonde hair, blue eyes, pale skin. The only real difference were the colored wristbands that we wore. I wore mine on the left, and it had a white letter S on it, and Ash, which is what I called her back then, wore hers on the right, and it had a black A. We used to swap bands and trade places, since we almost always dressed alike. It was easy, and it was fun. There's one more thing that you probably should know that we had in common. We had this sort of connection. When we read, listened, or even just thought, we could sight share. It seems bizarre, but we used to show each other things. We saw, heard, thought, even miles away. We could speak telepathically and had a psychic ability. Hydropyrokinesis was mine, a power over water and fire, and cryokinesis was Ash's specialty, controlling ice and cooler temperatures. One would think having such powers would be evil or superhuman or just plain weird, but we didn't use them to save lives that need not be saved, nor kill those who need not be killed. We didn't help or harm anyone with our powers. We just basically hid them. So, that wasn't one of the days when we were ourselves. Ash was me and I was her. In our cap, gown, and wristbands, we stood on the stage, holding each other's diploma and smiling. We finally made it, Snow. Yeah, bid senior year an unfond farewell, Ash. We tossed our caps and gowns into the crowd and ran laughing behind the stage, diplomas in hand. We gave each other our proper diplomas and wristbands, and took off our gowns to reveal our red shirts and blue jeans. We just stood there giggling for a moment before I decided to say something. I think we should commemorate this, Ash. What should we do? I asked, smiling and tilting my head. We'll celebrate over a cup of blood. She winked as she referred to her favorite book she ever sight-shared with me. It was a book about vampires called Twilight, one that I would have avoided reading if she hadn't threatened to freeze me in my sleep if I didn't open my share eyes. I'm glad I let her sight-share it with me, because that was the last thing we ever sight-shared. That night, 14 girls and 12 boys who graduated that day from Glacia High School disappeared, including my sister. That was 3 years ago, and I still haven't gotten used to opening my share eyes and having nothing happen, or sitting on the beach and having no response to my telepathic messages. Over the 3 years that I have been, I guess you could call it, twinless, I met KYO and have turned 22. I guess that everyone wants to know what KYO is to me. Well, I guess he's my boyfriend. I really like him, he's really sweet, and I don't have time for this. I love KYO, but I love my sister too. I need my twin back. I'm going to find her this time, KYO. I know you don't think that I'll find her, but I just know she's out there somewhere. I can feel it, KYO. I had tears on the brim of my eyes as I looked at his messy orange hair and soft hazel-brown eyes in dismay.
I know you don't want to admit it, Snow, but Ashley disappeared 3 years ago. Don't you think if she is somewhere out there, she'd have found where you are by now?
KYO'S eyes shook with sadness as he ran his fingers gently through my hair. I just know she's out there, KYO. I just know it. I embraced him and rested my head on his shoulder and closed my eyes. KYO noticed a tear run down my cheek and smiled understandingly.
If you're going to look for her, I'm coming with you.
He hugged me closer and kissed my forehead. I smiled. Thank you so much. And so, that is where our journey began. KYO and I are going to find Ashley and the other missing high school grads, no matter what.
To be continued!
Dun dun dun!